Now we're going to revisit our basket, which we tacked together in an earlier step, and this time we're going to go through and reinforce really well with some additional cement. Now this reinforcing is going to make this part stronger, and it's also going to help us with our weatherproofing a little bit. But what's important about what we're going to do on this step, there's two things that we want to do. First of all, we're going to put the part this way so that we're looking sort of into the basket and we have the faceplate facing away from us. We're only working inside right now on these inside edges. We'll do some more reinforcing on other edges later once this cement dries, but for now we're going to stick to the inside. The second point that I want to make as we go through reinforcing these inside edges is that you'll note that there are some triangle-shaped cutouts at the edges here. As we mentioned before, those are drains, and we want to make sure we don't clog those with cement. So the cement we're applying right now to strengthen things, we're going to just make sure we stop as we approach those triangles and we don't accidentally flood those with cement. But what we're going to do is we're going to work here and here, 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 and here. Basically all three edges of the bottom of the basket except for the spots where those drains are. So with that in mind, it's a pretty easy job. So we'll just do it. Start in the corner here and come toward myself. Try to keep my applicator tip touching both surfaces, the bottom and the vertical, and then stop as I get close to that drain so I don't accidentally fill it. I'll go along this back edge here. Pretty good bead. And again, stopping before I get to that drain. Now when I finish these three edges, we're going to put this aside to dry again for a little bit. Even though there are some more edges that we want to do, we're going to have to come back to them when the cement we just applied sets up a little bit, because if we were to try to put cement up this vertical joint, which we want to do and we're going to do eventually, actually it would end up flowing back down. And if we were to tip this on its side so that we could have these be flat, then all the cement we just applied will run down. So there's no real way to win except for to put the cement on as we have and put this aside for maybe 10 minutes, and then once the cement we have applied has gelled up enough to not run downhill, we'll flip it on its face and continue with the reinforcing. Okay, so I've had my 10-minute break, and that means that the cement we just applied is gelled up enough that it isn't going to run downhill. So now I'm going to take this part and lay it on its nose like this. And so less talk, more do. I'll just get right onto it. Here we go. Not such a big deal, but it just wasn't something we were able to do with liquid cement on our other parts. So before we move this part anywhere, I'm going to now let this sit for about 10 minutes so that these fresh beads of cement can tack up a little bit. Okay, so now that we've let that bead dry up a little bit, next thing we want to do is flip this basket onto its other side like this, and then going to want to prop it up as level as we can get it. So I may have to scratch around on my bench for some things that I could use to maybe hold it level, mostly level anyway. I'm pretty happy with that. Now what we're going to do is reinforce these three inside edges, and we're just going to do our usual routine of applying the cement and avoiding those three drains. So same as before, same as the way we worked on the inside of the basket, just doing it on the underside now. Heavy bead is fine, and a good idea to try to keep the applicator touching the horizontal and the vertical surface, since those are the two surfaces that we want to make sure we bind together with that reinforcing bead. Jump over that drain. And that is that. So what I like to do is, again, unfortunately, let this sit as it is for several minutes, just to give that new bead long enough to gel up enough that it isn't so liquid and running around. And then I'll move this off out of my way and let it continue curing up while we work on some other things.